Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. We have the global celebration info for the Bardock celebration, and this may still end up being the worst celebration for global this year, but it's actually significantly improved from what was on JP, because the collection of epic battles is involved in this celebration right here, which is good. This is good placement for it because this celebration has nothing else, basically, right? Like, you do have the EZA characters, which I think are pretty strong, right? A couple of them are very decent, you know, burst mode, super battle road stages, even some red zone stages. Some of these EZA characters could be used, so this turns into not the worst celebration ever, which is good. So there's going to be a bunch of stuff. Burst mode, Dokkan event. This is garbage right here. We'll get to this in a second. Missions, login. So, yeah, here we go. This basically doesn't do anything for you if you're a longtime player. These missions will just auto-activate for you, right? Just have all of these free-to-play Team Bardock and Ginyu Force members rainbowed. That's all that is. If you're, like, a newer player, have a newer account, you know, it's going to be cool. Get these free-to-play characters done. They're decent enough, right? They're not complete throwaways, so you do want to get that done. You get some rewards, which is cool. If you're a long-time player, you log in, and bam, the missions are just instantaneous, right? So we have the Bardock banner. Now, I am higher on Bardock than most people. Every time I turn around, people are talking shit about this Bardock. I really have to disagree, man. Bardock is good. You know, listen, I don't think the Scouter is the strongest ability in the game. That would be Dodge. But the Scouter is right up there as one of the strongest abilities in the game. You get Bardock on rotation and you have a Scouter for the next 5 turns. You guys do realize how busted that is. And how a lot of the difficult content right now is not going 15 plus turns. Right? Bardock will dominate the fight. And it doesn't even have to be about him doing damage or him tanking hits. And he's still dominating the fight. Bardock is very good. Now, if you look at this banner, I would say there's a very decent chance that Majin Vegeta, this Broly, and this Bardock are literally going to be on the very next banner on Global, which is the Saiyan Day banner. Because all three, this is Saiyan Day 2022, Saiyan Day 2021, Saiyan Day 2020. These are the last 3 Saiyan Day units, Majin Vegeta, Broly, and Bardock. So, chances to me are very high that they're just going to be on the Saiyan Day banner, which will probably be God Goku, probably, but we will see. So, I wouldn't be overly excited about like summoning on this banner. If you get Bardock or Tora, you know, you're definitely cooking. Bardock himself, again, is very good. I think his Rainbow Orb changing and a Scouter for the first 5 turns, as long as you've got either the Frieza enemy or the Goku ally, is very good. Every Goku is on his 200% leader skill. You know, there's some, like, Yamcha's leader skill, which actually does not give the 200% to every single Goku in the game, because he gives his 200% to Turtle School, and Path to Power Kid Goku is not on Turtle School, right? This is a true, you know, 200% to every single Goku in the game, which is very powerful. Means you'll be able to get a lot of value out of this Bardock. Bardock is good. If I had to change anything, it will probably... They do this a lot, where they'll give a character super effects against all types, and they also give them crit. Change one of those to something else, and he'd be better. And I don't think his Rainbow Orb changing needed to be locked to the intro. I think that was stupid as well. I think his Rainbow Orb changing could very easily have just been a permanent thing he had, which would have made him, I think, a lot better. Tora is good, but, like, he's just good. Like, he's not great like STR Piccolo, Android 8, Chilai, or Yajirobe. Tora's just good. He's solid. Like, if this is the level they release banner units at, I think this is acceptable. But obviously, we want, like, STR Piccolo every single time, right? I mean, if they're going to give these summonable units, especially, dude, if they drop, like, villain characters, like, villain banner units, they cannot miss them. AGL Goku Black, no one talks about him. Like, he is actually one of the biggest misses of the last year. He would have been, like, if he was STR Piccolo instead, think of how big that could be for some villain setups, right? Like, that AGL Goku Black, like, he's okay, but it's just, like, he's, like, Tora's better than AGL Goku Black, right? Like, it's, I don't know. I think they could have buffed Tora. The way they would have buffed him was this right here. I think you could have buffed this a lot, because this is by Team Bardock category ally. Maybe make it 20%. I mean, he is very busted if he has 60% damage reduction and 60% dodge, right? Or even with 2 Team Bardock members, 40% damage reduction, 40% dodge. But, I mean, is that better than Android 8? Still, no, it wouldn't. So I think that's the issue. 10% is not enough. 20% I think would have been good, or even 15% would have helped out quite a bit more as well. And Tora would have been a little bit more of a decent option. So don't summon on this. Although, to be fair, Global doesn't have, oh my god, this must summon banners coming up. No. The next, like, we'll see. So Global, right? You guys are going to share Saiyan Day with JP. I would assume Yamcha's at the start of April. I don't know. I would then guess that the next banners for Global would be the Golden Week Dual Dokkan Fest, which Global should share with JP. Then in May, there would be an LR tied to Golden Week as well, right? And then, June probably would be the Dokkan Fest that JP is going to probably have announced tonight. Literally in like 6 hours, I think JP is going to get a Dokkan Fest announcement, and that's probably what will drop at the start of June, and then anniversary. So it's like, I mean, if you're Global, are you really already in like, oh my god, anniversary saving mode? Maybe, but you don't really want to summon on this. Packs, we have the burst mode is coming up right here. I did do a bunch of videos if you guys would want, like, strategies or anything. 6,000 points is what you have to do. I did it with several different teams. TEQ Connected Hope, AJL Connected Hope, SCR Connected Hope, right? Like, we did a few different runs in here, in order to get this. And then Space Traveling Warriors, right? I believe, like, let me just click this. What did we beat this easily with? Cool. Whoops. Oh, wait. No, dude. I'm actually clicking, like, 80 things. It's because the mute button was right there, and I go to click mute, and then like loads, and yeah, okay. Bro, where did these? Okay, yeah, sure, okay. Where's so like the squad I was using was just like, yeah, like STR Space Traveling Warriors right here. Pretty easily. I mean, if you've got these characters, to be fair. Besides Cooler, none of these guys are really super new. These are all old characters. I mean, I would expect most people probably don't have this hit, but, STR Space Traveling Warriors definitely makes this a joke. You guys are going to find, this is the first Dokkan event burst mode coming to Global. Dokkan event burst modes are really rather enjoyable, I've found. Like, these are legitimately fun. I actually do like these quite a bit, so that's good. Burst mode can be good. The first burst mode, not really that fun. The Dokkan event burst modes have been pretty fun. Elder Kai, stuff like that. There's the Bardock Dokkan event. One mission is being added to the Legendary Goku event, the GT Legendary Goku event, and the Legendary Vegeta event. It is beat it with a full low-class warrior team. Shouldn't really be too tough. Global, you guys have access to Kid Goku as well. Well, actually, no, Kid Goku was out when these run JP also. Kid Goku destroys all these events, duh, right? Like, these aren't really too bad. You could even bring a friend Bardock, and I don't know. Low-class warrior is not as bad as it used to be. So there's some really, really strong options that can destroy that, so that's good. This event, this is the Grand Priest event. It's just revamped a little bit. You can do these stages. It's just a quick fight, and you get, like, insanely busted equips for the free-to-play Ginyu Force and free-to-play Team Bardock members. This, of course, is the burst mode tied to the Bojack Dokkan event. Battlefield. I believe there's nothing new in this battlefield. The next battlefield will have LR Oob in it. So that'll be good. So the battlefield at the start of April will have LR Oob. Remember, the Metal Cooler Army is not delayed. Oob is not delayed. They just tie it. So the 54th battlefield was the one JP got Oob. And when Global gets to the 54th battlefield, that's when Global gets Oob. That's just how they do it. Bunch of returning events, that's pointless. This is the first time this event is returning, but, I mean, if you did this during the Worldwide Download Celebration of 2021, there is nothing new here. This is just a redo, right? Returning EZA areas and EZAs and stuff like that. Cool events. Nothing really too special here. We get to the two EZAs. So we have Super Saiyan 3 Bardock right here. Decent. I mean, Bardock, I would argue, is probably a little bit better today than he was when he came out because, the 5th anniversary Blue Fusions are now, some of the best units in the game. AJL Blue Gogeta, right? As power beyond Super Saiyan gets buffed, this guy gets better, right? 50% support to, like, the Blue Fusions, you won. You just go, oh, all right, I'll just click the auto button and we win. That's it, right? Like, So Bardock is okay there. If he gets his double super, which he will get with the Power Beyond Super Saiyan category ally, his defense can be okay depending upon the boss you're fighting. Maybe not the Metal Cooler Core, but, type neutral, he should be able to do okay, right? He's not terrible. This TEQ Bardock, I would actually argue, is pretty decent. Decent, I think, is a good way to describe him. This is a great battlefield character, right? He's able to seal. He has the orb changing, right? He can build up a lot, getting a bunch of key spheres, stuff like that. I think this is a decent battlefield character, or potentially like a burst mode or something like that. I think that this guy is a real strong, like, red zone type character. I mean, the first hit he takes is pretty hard, but he could tank decently after that. I've found very good use out of this guy with his all type support, and this guy being very effective in a lot of, like, red zone style stages. This is probably the best sub EZA. In my head, I can't really think of another, like, sub EZA that's super busted. Maybe no, because Tech God Goku doesn't count. He's not a sub EZA. God Goku and God Vegeta, they had their own EZA. I don't think there's a better sub EZA than this character. I might be missing, let me know if I'm missing an obvious one. But I think this guy's probably the best sub EZA we've gotten. Probably. Again, I'm trying to rack my brain around good sub EZAs. They're not common, right? I like that STR Metal Cooler movie Piccolo. I would argue, I think that STR Metal Cooler movie Piccolo is the best World Tournament unit, probably, actually. So, I mean, he's pretty useful for that, but... and then this Bardock, I'm not really as high on this guy, because it's just damage. Oh, additional super for damage. Oh, more damage. And guess what? This guy's not competing damage-wise with the big guns, right? So, it's worthless. His support is just 30% attack. Like, nah, we need a lot more than that. So there's those EZAs. Again, they're decent characters, though. Like, none of them are zeros, so that's good. Then, of course, the Dokkan events are up. Collection of epic battles. This is a monster W. I actually found these stages quite enjoyable when they came out in January. Again, right now, I mean, this is more so for JP Dokkan. Since Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo came out, I would argue on JP Dokkan, this is the best stretch in Dokkan history, actually. I'm sure, like, me saying that, people will go, oh, my God, look at this Bandai dick sucker. But, like, if you actually break it down, I would say it's very obvious that, these last 3 months on JP have been the best, like, period in Dokkan history, I think, easily. And, like, this dropping with AGL Gohan in LR Cell is one reason why, right? January is typically dead, devoid of anything. And we had this, AGL Gohan Int Cell, and AGL Gogeta, and Physical Dragon Ball Super Broly. The Broly's not the craziest, but he is great for World Tournament. If these EZA characters at least have a very clear-cut purpose, I think they're okay. I would love to just be like, yeah, Dragon Ball Super Broly sucks, but he's so good for World Tournament, and it's always going to be that way. So, that's a W for him. These stages are pretty fun. I really like the gimmick they give. So these guys are red zone bosses, by the way, in terms of not with their health and their damage reduction. You will tear these guys in half very fast, but they hit like red zone bosses. And then in particular, Gohan at the end and Cell at the end, Cell's annoying because he's got the locking, but then this is a 9 turn stun. So, your Tech Carnival Goku, your Vegeta and Trunks, your AGL LR Gohan, you get tagged by a super from this Gohan or this Cell, and they are basically removed from the fight unless you use a Senzu item or Yajirobe's active skill or something like that. Although I guess Yajirobe isn't out on Global yet. So, it's like, keep that in mind. This 9-turn stun. This is how I think they should up power creep moving forward, is like, maybe we don't need a boss that hits harder than Cell Max, but imagine if Tech Cell Max would super you and it connects, and then that character's stunned and removed from the fight, basically, unless you use Yajirobe's active skill or something. I think that's how they could sort of power creep the bosses without going super over the top with it. I like that gimmick right there. Remember that the rewards for collection of epic battles are very good. As you guys see, a bunch of stones, and you get some of the best support memories in the game. These are the permanent buffs for Extreme Android / Cell Saga and Superclass Android / Cell Saga. So this is good. This is great content. I hope they continue to do these for every single arc in Dragon Ball. I do really like Collection of Epic Battles. The way they have it set up is pretty fun, and the rewards are good. I really like support memories. Maybe I'm alone on that, but I think support memories were a good addition to the game. Much better as a 6th anniversary mechanic than the 5th anniversary mechanic, which was equipment, right? Like that's dude, people will still say the 5th anniversary is like the best. Oh my god, it's the best time ever. But I mean, I'm telling you, you go back and look at that celebration, it does not hold up. They introduced equips into the game. Like, equips, it's like, yeah, they buff our characters, but that's not exactly exciting. And then finally, we have a chain battle. This is going to be up. Oh, that's so gross. Ugh. This is up when the Saiyan Day banner drops. There's no way Global doesn't get it at the same time either. I would be. There's no. Like, it's been. When was the last time Saiyan Day wasn't shared? 2018? It would. UI Goku. Yeah, 5 years ago with UI Goku. Because transforming Vegeta, AGL Bardock, Broly, Majin Vegeta have all been Global and JP at the same time. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we have that. So these are the characters and stuff like that we want to use for this Frieza Pure Saiyan Low Class Warrior Storied figures. I have my top 1%, rewards video, November 14th. Here are the setups global players. These are some of the best scores that were on JP at the time. As you guys can see, it's just all Bardocks. Dude, am I the only one that hates these effects? Please, Dokkan. It seems minor, but a huge fix to Chain Battle to make it way better. Remove these bullshit effects, dude. It just makes it difficult to see the characters. Maybe I'm a boomer. Sure, I'm a boomer. My eyesight is bad. I mean, I have an astigmatism in both eyes. My eyes have sucked my whole life. But like, bruh, can we remove these effects so I can actually look at the goddamn characters without having to squint? I have to pull out a Sherlock Holmes magnifying glass. Which Bardock is this? Because, dude, they're all Bardock. They look exactly the same. Like, God, it's annoying as hell. But yeah, you want to go full Bardock, and then down here looks like Great Ape Vegeta and King Vegeta. Oh yeah, I think King Vegeta is actually the #1 option. As you guys can see, I mean, they've even got the SR right there. So these are what the setups, this is, I think, the best setup, the best score I saw. So this is the type of thing you want to aim for, right? As a global player for that chain battle. So there we go. Again, I would argue this was a pretty good celebration info right here. The collection of epic battles, I think, is a huge sigh of relief that this is coming. And I would argue this is good, fun content with good rewards, lots of stones. I think it's a massive W. So let me know what you guys think. This is what Global is going to be getting until Saiyan Day on March 18th. We will see how fire the Saiyan Day character will be. Thank you guys for watching. I love y'all. Stay strong, global players. Saiyan Day should be hype. Golden Week is coming up, right? There's good fire stuff coming up. Let me know what you all think again. Adios.